Hey there. So if you're looking into the world of IVF, you probably know it's a journey that's just packed with hope, but also so many questions. Today, we're going to cut through all that noise and talk about what this path can really look like. Whether you're just starting to think about it or you're already on your way, this is a huge step, and you absolutely deserve to have a crystal clear picture of what's ahead. So let's dive in together and demystify this whole thing so you can feel really and truly prepared.
All right, first things first, let's tackle the big one, success rates. It's the first thing everyone wants to know, right? But oh my gosh, the numbers can be so confusing. So let's break down what they actually mean for you.
Okay, so this chart gives us a really realistic starting point. As you can see, there's a pretty big difference based on age. The success rates are highest for women under 35, and they do get lower for those over 40. The main thing to take away from this is that success on the very first try is absolutely possible, but your age is a huge factor in the odds.
But you know, age is just one piece of this giant puzzle. Success also comes down to the quality of the embryo, how receptive your uterus is, any other health conditions you might have, and this part is so crucial, a treatment plan that is made specifically for you. All of these things have to line up and work together.
So let's try to reframe how we think about this. IVF is way less of a one-shot deal and much more of a journey. Needing more than one cycle is totally normal. In fact, it's often part of the plan. It gives your doctor a chance to learn and make adjustments. Honestly, just seeing it that way can take so much pressure off.
And that idea of adjustment brings us right to our next point. There's this myth that IVF is some kind of one-size-fits-all procedure. The reality? Your journey is going to be completely and totally unique.
And this leads to a huge misconception. It's so easy to think that the most expensive clinic must be the best one, but a high price tag really doesn't guarantee success. What truly matters is the clinic's expertise, the quality of their lab, and getting a personalized plan that's made just for you.
So when you're looking for a clinic, here's what to focus on. Look for their success rates for your specific age group. Ask them about their lab and their embryologists. I mean, these are the people caring for your future embryos. And maybe most importantly, find a team that builds a plan around you, not just some standard template.
And that is what we mean when we say a personalized protocol. Your doctor is going to look at everything, your age, how your ovaries might respond, your overall health, and then design a medication and procedure plan that gives you the best possible shot. No two protocols should be exactly the same.
Okay, let's move on to one of the most hopeful and, one of the most nerve-wracking stages, the embryo transfer. This is the moment where all the hard work comes together. But what really happens next?
So here's the reality of it. On average, a single embryo that gets transferred has about a 30 to 60% chance of actually implanting. And this number is so important because it helps explain why, unfortunately, not every single transfer works, even if you have a perfect-looking embryo.
And that leads to a question that I'm sure is on your mind, because it's so logical. If the odds are around 30 to 60%, well, why not just improve those odds by transferring 2 or maybe even 3 embryos at once?
It's a great question, it really is. But the goal of IVF isn't just a positive pregnancy test. It's a healthy baby and a healthy mom. Transferring multiple embryos really bumps up the risk of having twins or triplets, and those are automatically considered high-risk pregnancies. That's why today, the focus is all about quality over quantity, transferring one single, healthy embryo for the safest possible outcome.
So, the transfer is done. And now comes what is probably the hardest part of this entire process, the infamous 2-week wait. Let's talk about what's really going on during that time.
Okay, listen, if you don't feel anything at all, please do not panic. It is completely normal. In fact, a lot of the symptoms people are looking for, like cramping or feeling bloated, are usually just side effects from the progesterone and other hormones you're taking. Seriously, symptom spotting will only make you go crazy.
And I've got something that I really hope brings you some relief. Going through IVF doesn't hurt your chances of getting pregnant naturally down the road. It's actually not uncommon for couples to have spontaneous pregnancies after their IVF journey is over. Your body is still so capable.
And finally, let's talk about the part of this journey that isn't about needles or appointments, but is every bit as real, the emotional side. And I really want you to hear this. Whatever you're feeling, you are not alone.
I want you to just read this for a second and let it really sink in. Infertility is a medical diagnosis. That's it. Just like having asthma or diabetes, it is never, ever a reflection of who you are or something that you did wrong. Oh, it is so incredibly common to feel like your body has let you down, or to go back and second-guess every single lifestyle choice you've ever made, or to worry that maybe you waited too long. These feelings of self-blame are such a heavy and totally unfair burden that so many people on this path end up carrying.
So please just be kind to yourself. The outcome of an IVF cycle depends on this super complex dance of biology and science that is way beyond your control. You are doing everything you can, and that is more than enough.
So, knowing all of this, the real statistics, the need for personalized care, and the emotional realities, the real question becomes, how can you best prepare for your own unique journey? We really hope this helps you feel a little more prepared. And of course, just a reminder that this whole discussion is for educational purposes only and is definitely not medical advice. Please always talk to your own doctor for personal guidance. If you'd like to learn more about the whole process, you can find some fantastic resources over at ivfforme.com. Thank you so much for joining me today, and we are wishing you the absolute best on your journey.